Take this. You will need it." He led her through the austere hallways that formed the public world of the Kindred station. They passed walls that glowed with starry light, and a few open nodes like the one they had once used to board a transport. And then there was a rush of air and chatter as the ceiling opened into a 3-story-high marketplace. Cora's feet slowed. She had been here before, to this very market, or one like it. It was mostly filled with Kindred vendors offering artifacts, human and otherwise, and a few hunchbacked Mosca traders with their eerie breathing masks and red jumpsuits. There was even a soul gatherer, one of the willowy, monk-like 8-foot-tall creatures Cassian had once warned her never to look at directly. Her eyes settled on a raised platform. It was a stage of sorts, maybe for auctioneering, about 4 feet off the ground. If she could distract Cassian, she could climb up there and hold a demonstration of her psychic abilities. Books and utensils from the market stalls would levitate at her command. Kindred would gasp, fingers would point at her, and then they would have to reluctantly admit that she and all humans were just as capable as they were, and that they would never be able to cage her again. Cassian stopped. "You forget that I can read what you are thinking," he said. "A public demonstration of your telepathic abilities is not the way to achieve your goals." He motioned toward Kindred guards posted on the upper level of the marketplace that she hadn't noticed before. "If you were to claim that humans have evolved, no one would believe you. They would ask for proof that you could not reliably demonstrate. You have the potential, yes, but not the mastery. And when you were not able to prove it, those guards would declare you mentally unstable and lock you away. Do you not remember what happened to Anya?" Anya, the Icelandic girl Cora had seen trapped in the temple, drugged and delirious. "On a stage not unlike that one," Cassian continued, "Anya once performed a fairy tale play her private owner had written. She decided to alter the script. Instead of picking artificial flowers from a vase, she levitated them with her mind. I could not stop the council when they came for her." He lowered his voice even further. "Stubbornness can be an endearing trait, but it can also be your downfall. There is a way to get what we both want. Do not let your anger at me blind you to reason." His words only stoked her anger more. She could feel it growing inside her, and yet a memory pushed forward. Her older brother, Charlie, shaking his head after she'd fallen out of the oak tree at the edge of their property for the 10th time in a row. He dusted her off and said, "You know what stubborn means?" Cora, 8 at the time, had shaken her head, and he'd explained, "The definition of stubborn is to know what the right thing to do is, but not to do it anyway, just to prove a point. And right now, you should really just give up." She clenched her jaw and looked away from the platform. "Okay, but this doesn't mean I'm agreeing to anything." He didn't answer. Silently, he led her through the marketplace, then down into roughly hewn hallways that cut through the asteroid core itself. These dank places made up the Kindred's private world. Menageries, brothels, gambling halls, places where the Kindred could safely uncloak and seek the emotional thrills they craved. A row of doorways was dug into the rock, and in front of each doorway was a podium staffed by a young Kindred male or female. "Hosts," Cassian explained, "to greet their guests. Each door leads to a different menagerie. You're going to the hunt." Cora held up the old-fashioned golden dress. "So what is that, some kind of prohibition nightclub?" "Not exactly." He said nothing more as they passed the first few doors. One host wore a leopard print caveman's toga. One hostess looked like a Viking maiden. Another was dressed in a baseball uniform. "The menageries have only recently opened for this rotation, so it is a relatively quiet time. There will not be many guests yet. They operate on a roughly terrestrial schedule of day and night for the comfort of the humans who live here." Cora let out a smirk. Comfort? How many human days make up a rotation?